Well, hi everyone, and welcome back to Foreign Currencies with Scott. So it's been a while since our last video, and in that time we've made 6 trades. But before we get into that, we're just going to look at the last potential trading day since this video was created on Sunday, March 22nd, which is today. So this is from Friday, March 20th. And you will note that the vertical line on the left-hand side of your screen there represents the Thursday close of the New York market. And then as the pair moved away from the middle horizontal line there, it dipped low and did go 30 pips below. And then you can see that after it went 30 pips below, it went back up to the New York close. So the premise is still very much active, but this was not a day in which we were able to trade because we're not just looking for the premise, we're looking for some very specific criteria. And that criteria is that we want to be at least 30 pips away from the New York close when London opens, and then we will put in a trade to go back to that New York close. So the premise of being 30 pips away and coming back to the New York close was met. However, the little bit more detail we need for our trades was not met. So normally you are used to hearing me say that the London market opens at 3 a.m. Eastern time, and normally that is true. But right now, something to keep in mind is that we are not yet in British summertime, even though we are in daylight savings time here in the US. So in the US, we switch our clocks at early March, and in Britain, they switch their clocks in late March. So what that means for us is that during most of the month of March, the London market does not open until 4 a.m. Eastern time or 1 a.m. Pacific time here in the US. So we'll see that at 3 we did dip below there, but at 4 we were actually right back on the New York close. So when London opened, we were on the New York close. So there was no trade to make there. So just keep in mind as we enter this last full week of March that for this full week here, the 22nd to the 23rd, Monday through the rest of the week, the London market will not open until 1 a.m. Pacific and 4 a.m. Eastern time. So just keep that in mind if you're going to look for trades to put in. Okay, so we'll just take a look and see where we're at now. The pair did drift lower during the day Friday, and I believe it's late enough Sunday that we have already opened again, and indeed we have. But we closed, let's see, maybe 5 more minutes there. We closed right here on Friday afternoon at 133,411. So this is the line that we would mark as the New York close, and we would be looking to get 30 pips away from it. And then if it does meet that criteria when London is open, we would put in a trade to go back to that Friday close of New York. All right, so we're going to take a look at the trades that we have done since our last video. So we had 2 final trades in February, and as you can see from the February column here, these last 2 are in red, which indicates they were both losses. So if we scroll down here to the bottom of February, you'll see that overall for the month then, we were 3 and 3, 3 wins and 3 losses, bringing our total since the challenge started on July 1 to 22 and 22. Now, 22 and 22 is even, of course. However, for the month of February itself, we were up 4.3%. And for the length of the entire challenge, which started on July 1, that meant we were up 26.6% at the end of February. Excellent by anyone's measure. Now, in March here, what we do is we carry the final value of February forward to the beginning of March, 25.31.60. And you can see that above that we've had 4 trades. 2 in red are losses and 2 more which were wins. So if we scroll down, we should see 2 and 2, sure enough. And then overall for the entire duration of the challenge, 24 wins and 24 losses. So far with those 2 wins and 2 losses, we are up 1.2% just for the month of March. But overall for the entire challenge, we are up 28.1%. So do be careful again in this last full week of March that we're about to enter. Remember that London does not open until 4 a.m. Eastern Time here in the US or 1 a.m. Pacific Time. And then after next weekend, Britain will go on British summertime and we'll be back to the normal midnight Pacific and 3 a.m. Eastern Time. So one more week of that hour that's a bit off. All right. So until then, happy trading, everyone. Take care.